All right, folks. So next, I'm bringing my vision, my recap about Sitecore Symposium. What that happened recently in October, probably maybe 5 weeks ago. Sorry. And fine. So let's start with that. If you don't know yet, the Sitecore Symposium is actually the biggest Sitecore event in the year that happens sometimes yearly, sometimes every 2 years. In this one, we didn't have a Sitecore Symposium in 2023, so this was one after 2 years. And this year it happened in the Gaylord Convention Center in Nashville, in the US. The place is huge, resort with convention center. I would say, you can easily find yourself lost in that place. It's huge. There's a lot of levels, different buildings, and everything under, how to say, indoor. There's some outdoor uh, and in places as well, but most of that is indoor. Like I said, it happened in October 24 in Nashville in the USA, and it was actually not 1 week where actually three events happened in the same place, in the same hotel, in the same resort. On Monday, October 14, we had the Sitecore MVP Summit. That is an event that happens every year where the MVPs are meeting together, where the Sitecore MVPs are meeting in person and sharing a lot of knowledge, networking, for sure sharing as well, learning from Sitecore what's going on, what's coming next to the platform, what are their new strategies, and all that happens in the Sitecore MVP Summit. Uh, on Thursday 15, we had the Partner Connect Day. That was, if you are not familiar to the business model of Sitecore, they are actually selling their licenses, but the implementation relies on partners, and partners are other companies who are specialized in Sitecore. Once you get the label, the certificates, and the expertise needed, expected from a Sitecore partner, Sitecore gives you the status of partner. And that event, Partner Connect Day, was a place for Sitecore employees and the partners to connect. And the partners connect among them as well. Was interesting, and then the symposium welcome reception happened on 15 as well. But actually, the big event happened on Wednesday 16, Thursday 17, and the Friday, the last day. Only half of the day was the event. All right, so yeah, it's actually the MVP summit that I just mentioned uh, happened on the Monday. It's we have three MVPs in Arc. We get these people physically there, except for Jose Neto. Unfortunately, couldn't join us in person this time, but he was there in spirit, and we get our first-hand view on the new things that are coming, including Stream, Sitecore Stream, which is Sitecore's effort to bring intelligence of artificial intelligence, of generative AI, to Sitecore products in a plural. Um, and also, it's amazing place to interact, socialize with the other MVPs that I love doing every year. I'm so lucky to have that opportunity. Art was also present in the event. If you've never been in a Sitecore Symposium, there is a pavilion, a big space where normally we have our booths, and the partners can have their booths. Arc had a booth this year. Here we are with the C-level team, Eric Stoll, Patrick Perron, Michael Stewart, and myself and Kevin, who we're not from the executive team, but we're also giving a hand on the booth to attract and speak to people who are interested in Sitecore, and who knows, maybe bringing some new business to us. It's also important to be there because you have hours and hours to shake hands, meet with new guys and people you actually work together for maybe sometimes years, and you didn't have the chance to see in person yet. Clients, we had here some clients from Corbin, for instance, that were there in person. Always a amazing mood, amazing opportunity to have fun together. And I think the biggest first highlight from the Sitecore Symposium 24 that I would like to bring was a quite interesting change of directions from Sitecore for good. If you are like me around in Sitecore for a long time, you know that in the past, Sitecore used to be one of the big, undisputable leaders among the digital experience platform competitors, and Sitecore has been falling a little in the rankings. Other competitors are becoming better, more competitive, cheaper, better with better software, improving their suites as well. So that resulted in Sitecore losing a lot of ground, and everybody were anxious before the symposium to hear from Sitecore how they are going to react to that. What are they doing? And straight in the MVP summit that is restricted to MVPs, I think this is where I got the biggest message. As you see here on this picture, we have four of the C levels from Sitecore C levels on stage for the MVPs to ask anything. We got Danny Robinson, Roger Connolly, Katie Johnson, Dave Flanagan, the CEO, the CTO, the CMO, the CPO, all those people. It was the first time since I joined this community, and the first time of being MVP Summit was in 2016. The first time I saw that happening. I never actually saw a C-level, a C-suite member on stage for the MVP Summit, and especially for. It was totally new stuff, and they were there very humbly asking us to give them suggestions, ask questions, and honestly, the MVPs were very, very candid and bold in asking tough questions, hard questions, questions about pricing, costs, those competitiveness, new features, and these guys were there. So number one, to be telling us that Sitecore is mindful about the current market situation and they are working to restore their leadership. I cannot share some of the things that they share with us, but they shared with us a full marketing analysis, assessing all the main competitors and what are the stories the competitors are telling, how Sitecore can tell a better story, which is very encouraging. Second, it was very obvious and bold stated all the time that Gen AI, applying Gen AI to the whole suite of products, is going to be the main focus, is already the main focus for a year, and it's going to become probably the most important focus in Sitecore. Number three is strengthening the relationships with the Sitecore partners. It was always the case, but they are just making that bold all the time that Sitecore will be there for the partners. And also important, I will bring a lot of slides about the roadmaps. They have roadmaps for all tastes. If you are also around for years enough, you remember that it sometimes was hard to get a roadmap from Sitecore, and now we have roadmaps for all products, which is also very encouraging. Like I said, the year of AI is here in front of us. I had 2 sessions this year qualified as a speaker to the Sitecore Symposium, so I was proud enough and lucky enough to have these 2 sessions qualified. One session was a solo session about using generative AI to generate content in the Sitecore ecosystem, generate images and text. And a second was a panel, like a debating panel, where we were debating the risks, dangers, and opportunities of using generative AI in a marketing landscape. It was great, to be there and give my opinion and share the stage with Mo Sheriff, the director of generative AI from Sitecore themselves. That gives us a lot of authority, I would say, to speak about generative AI. And having that in the panel that I idealized it's a big honor and also a big responsibility. And the way we made that happen was full of struggles here and there, but we ended up delivering amazing sessions. I'm really proud to be part. But like I said, the year of AI, my session was not just the first one. I don't know, maybe 20, 30 sessions, more than 30 sessions about AI. There was many different sessions about AI, using AI with everything. Like, I would say, ethical topics like using AI with responsibility, AI bias, AI risks, dangers, even legal dangers, using AI to boost your page ranking, using AI to personalize, using AI for everything. It was the year of AI for sure. And that shows me 2 important things, in my opinion. First, that Sitecore is moving the right direction. And second, that the community is already working. And Sitecore is coming now with a bunch of new stuff with AI. And I will show some to you today. But the community, all those sessions that you see here, they are made by people like me who are not working to Sitecore. We are part of the community, and the community was already producing dozens of sessions about AI with Sitecore, which is another testament of the quality of our community. Here, let's say one interesting feature that they announced was the Content Hub. Content Hub is a DAM, digital asset management system from Sitecore, and now they have visual and semantic search for Content Hub coming really soon. As you can see, that can give you the opportunity for people to have recommended assets according to their preferences. behaviors, etc. Uh, Use previous campaigns for as inspiration to create new assets, the new campaigns that are coming, the content that are around, the templates that can be used, everything behind semantic search in Content Hub, which is very cool. They also announced that their strong commitment with the Sitecore platform itself, Sitecore XP, which is the classic DXP versus the Sitecore SaaS offers. So they really are putting their hope on both sides and keeping the Sitecore AI available for everything, not just the classic DXP, but also the new one. Using that for brand assistant, brand awareness, help, content generation, and there's a lot of things there coming. So another thing, a big thing that they announced recently is in the symposium is their HIPAA compliance. And if you are new to that term, HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, is a U.S. law that stipulates a series of, I would say, mechanisms to protect the privacy and the security of the users. You know, so basically, if now Sitecore has announced they are HIPAA compliant, XM Cloud, Personalized, and CDP, the three products are HIPAA compliant, and that's very important for uh, the market itself because that means that the products are now safe to be used for healthcare institutions. Ark has already a number of healthcare clients who are sometimes difficult to comply with HIPAA, and HIPAA is a new law. So we are glad to see that the XM Cloud, Personalized, and CDP are now HIPAA compliant out of the box. But one important thing, folks, also important that you have to implement your stuff on top of Sitecore, on top of XM Cloud, Personalized, and CDP, in a way that your implementation also must respect HIPAA compliance mechanisms. Okay, so the platform is already compliant, but your implementation also has to respect that. Okay, so make sure that your engineering team, your developers are aware of that, especially if you're in the healthcare market. Speaking about XM Cloud roadmaps, now I will bring a bunch of new features that they announced recently to XM Cloud. As you know, XM Cloud is a SaaS offering of their CMS, of their DXP. And as a SaaS offering, as a SaaS product, they are, every time you blink, they are releasing a new feature. And all those features are coming soon. Some are already there, some are coming soon. And people are, if you are already using XM Cloud, you are able to enjoy these new features as soon as they are available. The first one is XM Cloud Advanced Site Management and Insights. So now there is a new Sites button, as you can see here in the top, to organize the websites that you have in your implementation, in your XM Cloud implementation. And also insights, by insights I mean like how the sites are performing, the analytics of it, uh, if the navigation is coming more for desktop or mobile, the traffic, where they are coming, the top visited pages, everything is now insights that are available in the site management tab of Sitecore XM Cloud, which is very cool, right? As you can see, you can go and really go granular and see what is the strategy that are working best, the ones that the goals that are coming and still draft or complete running. It's quite complex and also very handy for the marketing team. There are also some new pages, new tools coming from pages to pages. Sitecore Pages, for those who are not familiar, is a visual page editor from XM Cloud. So there are a bunch of new features coming from to the new pages tools, including the ability to personalize on components directly on screen, set up A/B tests, visualize the health of the website, SEO, etc. Everything that you see in this menu, those things are coming soon. Some are already there, to be honest. Yeah, the inline page analytics is the other thing that is already, I saw it's already available, if I'm not mistaken, which is basically you can go to the pages in your content tree and see how they are performing directly on the page. You see the analytics, you see the visitors depending on the time of the day, distribution. So all the analytics are available directly on the page. Sitecore Stream, the new AI tool that I just mentioned, I have slides and even a demo today, a small demo of Stream. Uh, they are also already implementing, integrating Stream into XM Cloud. And one thing that are bringing now is component suggestion. See how interesting this is. You have your components here in the left for your page, and XM Cloud Copilot is giving you some suggestions, like in this case, suggest a strategy, increase your sales by engaging your power audience and giving some recommendation like give hero a shopping vibe. So basically improving the hero banner that you see here in the top. And those are, artificial intelligence giving you some suggestions on things that you can do to improve the website. Here, here we have using Copilot to optimize the banner. So as you can see here, it's originally it was sales in the title, and it's suggesting us to use elevate your health journey. It used to be 40% off, but let's change to 40% off our best-selling smart tech. Things like that, like improvements in the texting. It's coming. Also, they are announcing this new design library for XM Cloud that is an interesting way to, in XM Cloud, you have many different ways to render content. You have the components, that can be built by your development team, and some that are built no code way by your marketing team. You have the forms, you have a bunch of different the personalization by personalized, and the library, the design library, is a way to get all that in the same part, in the same place. As you can see here, you have building blocks, page designs, partial designs, components, symbols, the forms, everything organized in the same place. We have some starter kits, design language, etc. So it's like a way to they are coming. I'm not sure this one is available yet, but it's a way to group these the layouts that normally in XP, XM platform we don't have that, but in XM Cloud they are creating this very interesting way to organize it. Here you see another view of that, where the components are, organizable. You have heroes, you have widgets. This is just examples, of course, but your implementation will be represented here. Oh yeah, there is a new component edition UX. So now when you are editing your new component, or your existing component, you have handy ways to change it. You can see the code behind, and here it's not the component built in React. It's the one built by the no code low code solution from Sitecore, the new one in XM Cloud. Some roadmap now switching to the developer experience. What they have in the roadmap for that. Okay, bunch of this case we have three columns here. One for what they are releasing now, and by now you read in the symposium last week, last month, what they are delivering next, upcoming, and what they are delivering later in XM Cloud for developer experience. So they are coming with a bunch of starter kits, and starter kits are ways to build your website without having to build the whole communication with Sitecore for a bunch of things. They are coming now with Angular starter kit, .NET starter kit, JSS for XM Cloud. So those I think are in sync, are in convergence with Sitecore overall strategy of allowing you to select what is you are now able to choose what are the steps that you want to use. Okay, if it's Angular, fine. If it's React, fine. .NET, fine. We can just jump in and start using Sitecore with whatever technology you want. It's coming some starter kits, page extensibility, components library, those things that I just announced. They are announced now, and some more are coming. Yeah, there will be an interesting authoring SDK for personalized for XM Cloud, which is interesting. We'll be able to use the SDK to not just the UI to build components to alter content, but also the SDK will be able to build new applications that do the same. There will be marketplace coming. I will speak about marketplace in a few as well. Like I said, freedom of choice. They are preaching even more nowadays that the people need to have the choice to select what is the stack they want to use. If it's Next.js, fine. If it's ASP.NET Core, fine. There will be, support for basically everything and build anything on top of Sitecore, which is cool. Right now, another developer experience change that they are announcing is the new GraphQL utilities for common mutations that will be enabling us to use the GraphQL endpoints of Sitecore XM Cloud and XP to author, manage, the XM apps. We can create new sites, new pages, new components, new forms using the GraphQL. We'll be able to deploy, publish, everything using the SDK, using the GraphQL, which is going to be very handy for us developers. Oh yeah, they also have announced that it's already out there, new documentation coming from all the APIs. And interesting enough, they are not just giving the documentation for the endpoints, but also giving you this testing interface. I'm sorry, the screenshot here is not very visible, but you can do the queries and the requests directly from the documentation page, which is very handy. So you can go to one endpoint, learn about the endpoint, but also request, execute a call to that endpoint. Similar to what we do in Postman, for instance. to simulate a request. It's going to be possible directly in the API catalog in the documentation. Cool. The XP roadmap, the platform. Now we're talking about Sitecore XP, XM, on-premises, PaaS, Docker, etc., but the platform, the classic one, okay? I already mentioned this, but they are insistently telling everybody that Sitecore is committed to support the platform DXP into 2032 and beyond. It's not like Sitecore XP is deprecated as some people thought. So they are doing that very, very boldly. If you have a platform implementation, MVC or JSS, doesn't matter what, it's fine. You are fine. You don't have to go anywhere. You can stay where you are because Sitecore will keep supporting the platform DXP until 2032 and beyond. They will be constantly and continually modernizing the XM and the XP platforms, and the ability to orchestrate and connect these with other systems, not just with the Sitecore ecosystem, but with other systems that are external to Sitecore. And they want to, they are committed to provide the customers with the alternative hosting solutions. If you have XP and XM, you don't want to manage your own hosting. Sitecore is giving you a brand new managed cloud that can host for you everything. That's already there out there for a long time, but they are coming with a lot of news. And here again, folks, those are all screenshots that I took myself or some of our friends in the community took. And that's why they are not very readable, but I hope it's readable enough. So in the next 3 months or something, they are coming with new versions with bug fixes for 10.2 and 10.3. So they are releasing 10.2 and 10.3.2. They are coming with the first releases of Sitecore Stream, the Gen AI for XP, right? So soon enough, we'll start having generative copilots plugged in with XP and XM, which is going to be very important to unlock generative AI natively with XP and XM. Will be also giving us brand and content awareness. Some demos are already out there, presented during the symposium. They are coming with the XM to XM Cloud migration tool, which is a tool to help you migrate to XM Cloud. Sitecore Connect, the no-code, low-code solution from Sitecore to build integrations and etc., is coming with some endpoints for marketing automation for XP. So there are a lot of things, a lot of news coming for XP and XM. XM Cloud.NET 8 has been announced and things like that coming really right now in the next 3 months. Next, they have announced that Sitecore 10.4.1 is coming with the all bug fixes and new features. They are coming with now again in the next releases. Sitecore Stream is coming back with XP with A/B testing capabilities and task management capabilities, basically allowing AI to help us, to do better A/B testing, bring more scenarios to help us build our own A/B testing, and help us our teams to manage our tasks with the help of AI. New modules are coming, the codeless schema extensions, the session that Eduardo Tonon just presented. they have announced V2 coming soon as well. So V2 will be able to do more than just the things that Eduardo showed, and those kind of things. Later in the year, next year, 2025, or maybe to beginning, I don't know yet when, but Sitecore has promised Sitecore 10.5 also coming. So 10.5 is going to be the next release of XP and XM platform. The Sitecore Stream is coming with new features then later, including item generation, content generation, the capability to use AI to brainstorm, and a lot of interesting features around AI is coming as well. And VC2 headless migration tooling is coming soon as well. Not soon, but later. A tool to help us migrate MVP implementations to headless, which is going to be, oh my God, this is very important, right? To automatize this, to shortcut us on this migration. And updates here and there. So as you can see, the roadmap for XP and XM platform is very, very detailed. Some updates are coming in the format of modules, like AI features with Sitecore Streams. They will come in the format of modules. The codeless schema extension that Eduardo just presented as well is coming as a module. Some are coming as part of the platform itself. XDB to CDP migration tool, that's very important. So if you have an old implementation with XDB and you want to migrate to personalize, you'll be able to use the XDB migration tool to do that. Yeah, so there's a bunch of news coming. Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't have time to speak about every single one, but we spend almost a week speaking about those things. Oh yeah, oh my God. One of the big things, it's not announced as a big thing, but the community received that as a big thing, is the new Sitecore Marketplace. If you are around for time enough, you know that Sitecore had already, I think, a couple attempts to put together like a app marketplace, um, app store, right? And this time they are coming with something that is looking very, very mature. That is the new Sitecore marketplace. So it's coming with the ability to visually offer list of public modules that people are sharing with the community, allow us to register our new modules, deploy our modules to marketplace. We have the ability to do that multi-tenant, single-tenant applications and accelerators. So basically, a new way to distribute our contributions, our software. And even if it's not public, even if it's a private software, you still can use the marketplace and mark your module as private, and you can even monetize. It's not yet, the monetization is not yet there, but it's coming soon. So you'll be able to monitor the health, usage, analytics, who is using your module, who is not, what parts of the globe are more interested in your module. Also, another convenience is you can also upgrade your module quickly. Let's say you have a module that is your module out there in marketplace, version 1.0, and you have 10 different companies using your module. Suddenly you have a new version, your module version 2.0, and you don't have to do a lot of complicated upgrade steps anymore. all you have to do is to upgrade your module in the marketplace, and your clients will now have the ability to upgrade their own modules, their own local modules, which is very, very convenient. And you will be able to host using the Sitecore hosting, native hosting, like host the modules, or host in partners. It's still being discussed where to connect, but we know that it's already going to support GitHub, Netlify, and other source controls, deployment providers. So it looks very mature, very modern, I think, way to distribute. And here is a screenshot. I'm sorry again for the bad screenshot, but here is a visual of how the marketplace is meant to be. It's meant to be a search, where you can find the modules, you want to install the modules and all that, like a modern marketplace. And also the marketplace is also providing some development tools, an SDK, a command line interface that enables the developers to build, register components with the rules that they are in the marketplace, using the style block components that is a style guide available from Sitecore, with a clean authentication model to manage the application permissions, who can do what in your application. So very as well low-level tools available for developers to build the modules and make them available are coming. Right? Here is a quick roadmap for the marketplace itself. Coming soon, early availability for those who has early availability permission, access to the selected existing and new products and tools via the marketplace, launch of the marketplace partnership collaboration. So there will be a partnership program to help the community give their contributions. And we'll start enabling the registration of the first type of applications. They are coming soon. General availability, when that comes, that will be provided to us and the community. An SDK that I mentioned, tools for developers to build the marketplace applications are coming. Support the deployment and the hosting of private applications, privates and public. There will be coming the marketplace for all customers and partners after that. And in the V1, they are coming as well with support for deployments and hosting in third parties place, security checks, very advanced features for types of applications, and even a self-service registration flow. A self-service, like if you know Chrome App Store. Chrome App Store has a self-service flow for developers to register their own stuff. It's coming in the V1. Yeah, that's something that I know a lot of people is happy to have. All right, last but not least, the subject that everybody is probably more curious to go through, which is the so-called Sitecore Stream, which is using generative AI with Sitecore. It was announced in the opening keynote in a high volume, the release of Sitecore Stream that is meant to be a set of tools to allow the integration of generative AI with the tools with the existing product. Okay, including asset management, the content editor, uh, the CMS, the personalization, pretty much everything will have the capability will be plugged to AI via Sitecore Stream. And the whole idea there is to use AI for everything, to help optimize the website, to help create strategies, marketing campaigns, to brief, do summaries, to build the new content, to generate new stuff, for a number of different things. Here is a diagram they showed, which is showing that the products that we'll be using, under the umbrella of Sitecore Stream, including the Sitecore XP, very important to know, Sitecore Stream will support the classic XP and XM, but Content Hub, the DEM, XM Cloud, the SaaS, the XP, CDP and Personalize, Sitecore Search, that is the Sitecore search mechanism, SaaS version of that, Order Cloud, that is the e-commerce mechanism from Sitecore, everything will be behind these enhanced workflows, generative copilots, and they are all under this interesting concept of brand awareness. Brand awareness. But what is brand awareness? It has to do with intelligent DXP that they want to put together. So DXP, Digital Experience Platform. The whole idea is to use AI to help content and experience to be improved. Like content generation, content orchestration, workflow, approval workflow, the personalization of the experience of people who are browsing your website, and all that. All that orchestrated with AI. So yeah, here you have a quick glance of all those phases. Strategize with AI, brief with AI, create with AI, build with AI, and optimize with AI. All phases basically end to end of the content production is going to be behind this umbrella of Sitecore Stream. To quickly speak about the main concepts, the main features of these so-called um, stream, brand awareness, right? I mentioned about brand awareness. What is that exactly? It has to do with simply understanding your branding. Okay, we have a demo today that is going to show what that means, and basically it is like understanding the company's brand, the colors, the logotypes, uh, how does that looks in a dark background, transparent, etc. What is the position, what is the tone, etc. Marketer orchestration and workflows, it's a bunch of tools to help us creating projects and task management activities orchestrated by AI. So the marketing will have AI helping us to build the campaigns, putting the campaign into practice. And copilots are in Sitecore Stream gives you the ability to build helpers, AI helpers and tools to be aware of your branding, but also helping your front-end editor to build stuff based using many different features, but basically helping them create, summarize, generate content, etc. Those are I think, the three big pillars. Yeah. So we have a bunch of things coming. Those features like semantic search, image-based search, like like Google has image-based search, you'll be able to have your own text and content generation, image tagging, grounded image tagging, prompt-based search, all that's behind the brand-aware UI AI that enables us to do all those things. Even building new components, and the demo today shows that the creation of new components. All right, so like promised, those are. I'm sorry, but those are a demo that I recorded myself live with my cell phone. So the quality is not amazing, but it's a first-hand view. Here you have the main interface of Sitecore Stream. As you can see, there's some analytics and your projects are there, how they are performing. There is the marketing calendar. He is entering the current project with finance now. There's a planning and strategy, and he is clicking suggest tests with AI. Actually, you can suggest tests with AI. Here is an assistant that is very similar to ChatGPT, but is inside Sitecore streaming itself. Uh, yeah, so give me 1 second. That was already run. 45. Okay. So here is, I will start over. So here he's using the brand assistant. As you can see, let me just get a glance in here in this interface. As you see here in the top left, that's the brand. Okay. The brand, that is a brand assistant. So you can have many brands. Here they are using the powerful brand. And he's using the chat to ask, what is my brand tone? What is my brand tone of my company for Instagram? So see how that goes. He will click. He clicks. What is my brand tone of voice for Instagram? It takes a while, and then it gives you the information. The brand tone of voice for powerful on Instagram is designed to reflect the high energy, blah, blah, blah. Energetic, inclusive, and friendly. All those are things that we have defined, the marketing has defined. It gives you sources, it gives you a very user-friendly view of your brand positioning. The voice itself, it's like an example content. But the powerful, the PDFs that are sources, you can evaluate the quality of that. You can follow up with more questions like ask, can you describe your target audience on Instagram? And all that is answer based in the branding. That's brand awareness again, like I mentioned. Continuing here, here we have, he's asking, what are the color schemes of my brand? And Sitecore Stream will look for details on the color schema for your brand, including a visual, a color palette for your brand, for the powerful brand. And there's a color palette showing, I think, very traditionally in the design schema how that works. You can go ahead and ask more. Search the web. Oh, sorry. Search the web for my competitors, and it will look the web, search the web, and standardize what your competitors are, how they compare to your branding, and etc. There is a bunch of information they just picked from the web because we have asked that to be doing. Yeah. So honestly, there's still not much out there for us to see on Sitecore stream, but and also those are not the only demo that we got, but those are the ones that I selected for you. Uh, Here, one more. He's doing now. He selected a different brand, Fruitful. That's a different brand, and he's gonna do a different demo where he's gonna select to choose a file or drop it here. Uploading assets. He's uploading assets to the assistant, and like here we have one asset, orange juice .jpg. It's an example. Brief ideation.pdf is a PDF that has the exam context, right? The context attachment to be considered in a conversation as a context. So he's uploading a bunch of attachments to the chat box and asking. Let me start that over. Asking what? Asking. Use the transcript for our ideation session to generate a new brief for a busy parents campaign inspired by the current powerful snacks bar product range. Basically asking the chatbot to use the PDF as a basis, as a context, and one example, media as example, and the chatbot will use all that to generate a new campaign, some suggestions for a new campaign, the objectives for the campaign, the audience, the vision. He's going to give, I think, progressing, um, like some examples for a heading, for a banner, generate images for social. He is now generating some, using AI, generating some images to be used in social media, and now that under the stream Sitecore stream and interface, which is very, very handy. It's like bringing the chatbot to your implementation. All right, folks. Sharing is caring. Nobody is out there alone. That's why I'm giving a bunch of references. Those are people who I really admire, and I had Hangout during the last symposium in person, but also used as some of their opinions, some of their screenshots in this presentation tonight. Mo Sheriff, he's the current director of generative AI for Sitecore. He's also the guy who was one of the participants in my panel, generative AI panel in the last symposium. Jeremy Davis won the Exponent, 10 times MVP, solution architect in Unilever. Dylan Young, a guy who's around for a long time, 5 times MVP, now technical director in Valtech. Jason Senser, a past co-worker. We worked together in nonlinear creations, and before that became Valtech. Now he is in FishTech. He's a vice president of engagement. And those QR codes, they will point you to their points of views. If no further comments, we are probably ready for tonight. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you. It was nice to having you.